lower body this session here. I hope that clap was whatever. And so I did squats. I'll have like all the numbers up of the stuff that I did and whatnot. And I did RDLs. Then I did calf raises, leg raises, just a general like my general standard for like a good lower body day. Um, and so, I'm just kind of always like thinking to myself like how I want to train, what makes me want to train, what type of things do I find interesting when it comes to working out, like as in results. And it's like, to be honest, it's like I don't really know, I don't really know. I feel like I don't have like a lot of, let's say, goals when it comes to just my physical fitness. Like if I want to, let's say, get like a, I don't know, 225 bench or something like that, right? Or if I want to achieve like 50 pull-ups in a row, like it's like those goals for me, for whatever, in my mind, it's just something that like I might kind of think about for a little bit, but I never tend to get obsessed about it. And it's just, one thing, I don't know if that's something that's holding me back in my training, or if that's something, that maybe I just don't worry about. And so after my workout, and whilst I was kind of like editing, I was looking over like at like older videos, not older, like not older videos, but these videos are like, a week old, maybe not, maybe less than a week old. And it was when I was doing like full body. um what was that, like maybe last week or so. I was doing full body like every day. So I would just do pulling movements, pushing movements, and then like some type of squat movement, and then like a leg movement. And I'm just kind of like, man, like I kind of like that because I don't know, it just felt it just felt fresh. Maybe it just felt nice. It didn't feel as structured. I would say, as like a, okay, I'm gonna train my chest and shoulders on this day, then I'm gonna train my back and biceps on this day. Then I'm gonna make sure I get my legs, my quads and hamstrings and glutes on this day. I don't know. And when I train every day, I feel like, especially when I'm hitting the same muscles, I just kind of feel like, hey, that kind of feels nice to kind of go over each muscle group over and over every single day. I'm not like, of course, not going to failure or taking the intensity way too high up into where I can't recover from for the next day, but just like editing things in a way to where it's a viable option. And like and that's one thing, like when it comes to full body, it's very especially full body, like training full body. Like I feel like with calisthenics, it's like the way to go. Like training full body with weights may not be like the easiest thing to do, um, but training full body with calisthenics, because like full body every single day, especially specifically every single day, with calisthenics it becomes a lot more accessible, because every single day out of the week you might not have access to weights, you might not have access to a gym. You might be so busy from the moment you get up that you can't really go anywhere where there's going to be any type of weights or machines. So calisthenics, you have a lot more versatility, you have a lot more options and whatnot. And this is basically me just glazing calisthenics for like the 30 millionth time on this channel, but it is daily calisthenics, so of course I'm gonna talk about calisthenics in general. And then I feel like exercise variety. So I'll probably just go back to doing full body daily, because it's just, I don't know, I just kind of like that. And I know I say a lot of things, like I feel like I said a lot of things on this channel where, okay, I'm just gonna do this, or I'm just gonna do that, and then a week or like 2 weeks pass by, and then I'm not focusing on it anymore. And I feel like that's just my own personal problem. Like I have a issue when it comes to like, I guess, being indecisive and not knowing exactly what I want, or not knowing what I want immediately, and or at least within a timely manner. And so I feel like that just kind of makes things very difficult to stick to when it's like I might choose something and then I'm not even sure if I want to stick to whatever it is that I'm choosing. So I guess that's where experimentation comes in. So right now it's like my essence, my being or whatever is feeling, okay, I want to do full body calisthenics, every day, right? Um, and let's say at some point I'm like, you know what, I think I'm gonna do some bicep curls. Then I should do some bicep curls, if I want to, but still do like those other movements. But if I want to throw in like some ring curls or pelican curls or something like that, if I'm really for whatever reason craving a movement or a form of training, then I can. I don't see any problem with that as long as I make sure I recover well and make sure I'm not overdoing it or making sure it's not impeding the rest of my training. So that's just like my own, I'd say, just personal issues with myself when it comes to just being indecisive. Is like there's so many options, right? There's so many options out there, and it's hard for me to just try and stick to just one thing consistently because you don't get growth from from swapping and switching and doing all this other stuff. You get growth over time by doing like the same couple of things consistently. Now it's not like I'm just switching up where like, what, instead of training legs today, I'm just gonna hit my arms again, or instead of doing pull-ups, I'm just gonna do not pull-ups and at this day or whatever, right? I'm still going to make sure I train those muscles, but it's like I'll just do like different types of exercises. Like let's say on a push day, um, like when I have like a, let's say, a push pull leg split or whatever, when I'm following that type of plan, I'll do like I'll have set up like, okay, I'm gonna do dips, then pikes, then push ups, then tricep extensions, and then sometimes I'm like, you know what, I think I just want to do like 100 push ups and then try and do like 100 dips, or I just want to do like some like high volume, high set, exercise for this pushing session, rather than following my usual program, which I don't see anything wrong with because I was going to hit those muscle groups anyways on my pushing program. So just swapping out those movements for movements that still work the same muscle groups, I don't see a problem with that, especially every now and then. But if it's like, I go like a week or 2 weeks without training a certain muscle group because I was doing whatever I wanted, then that's an issue. That's a problem. So, but for me, it's just like in terms of what type of program I would say, or some type of goal or whatever that I want to set. That's where I have an issue when it comes to deciding. But I know that in general, I do want to just focus on my general, I guess like just performance day to day. And I feel like when I'm exercising daily, when I'm hitting, the same muscle groups every day, like, upper body, lower body, abdomen every single day, I feel like that allows for me to kind of just almost hit like the refresh button or something like that every single day whenever I work out, right? Because I'm hitting everything. I'm not like, only working out my upper body or only working out my arms, and then the rest of my body is like not doing anything for like 2 days or something like that. And when I don't know when that happens, it's like as if I don't know, like how can I say, like, let's say maybe you're cleaning yourself, but like today I'm only gonna clean my back. I'm only gonna clean my back. I'm not gonna clean my ass, or I'm not gonna clean my feet. Tomorrow I'll clean my ass. Stuff like that, right? It's just, I don't know. Maybe that's not a good comparison, but when you shower or bathe, you're gonna bathe every single part of your body, right? Instead of like, just treating one part with more priority over the other and on a specific day. Now, if you have specific goals and specific interest into why you would have to split up your training into like body parts or like different parts or whatever the case may be, then go ahead and do that, right? Like if you're like some type of power lifter or bodybuilder, then that makes sense to have a training split. But I feel like if you're just interested in your own health and in general, then maybe doing full body daily training is a better option. So it's probably what I'm going to be doing from now on, We'll see. I might change it up, whatever the case may be. But see you guys in the next video.